So I'm back, hey, in sunny LA. It's not really that sunny, it's dreary. It's been raining for the past few days and I've been feeling it. Also, the jet lag is real, man, because this is the first time that I've been like up and, kept my eyes open long enough to do this review. So sorry that it's coming to you guys so late, but I've just had a horrible time adjusting. My sleep is off. Pray for me. So anyway, let's get into this review. So all the girls are coming back from Elimination and they're in this weird space because they really don't know where they stand. Everybody is like, kind of confused and like a little bit scared, but Courtney is shook. Like, if you remember the last episode, Drew read her like the book of Revelations. He was not playing with Miss Courtney. He let her know we spent a lot of money and here you come back up here complaining. Do you know how much this costs? Remember that time when he went on for home? It was like, do you know how much this costs? Rightfully so. Side note, I was doing a little me time shopping on one of my favorite online shopping sites, Dolls Kill. Get at me. I bought a few things from there, mainly like accessories and makeup and shoes, because they have a fabulous shoe like buyer. Whoever buys the shoes for Dolls Kill for their shopping site, bravissimo, because I've been able to find shoes there that I have not been able to find anywhere else online. So they're really, really good. Pro tip. Okay, I'm helping you out because I wouldn't normally share that information, but I'm feeling generous today because they're really, really good. Anyway, I'm on the site and I'm looking for like anything that has glitter on it. I'm trying to find it. And I was looking for like glitter lipstick. And guess who I see modeling the lipstick? Courtney. Like, remember I said in a few reviews prior that Courtney and Benta are going to have a modeling career outside of this. And I was really glad to see that. I don't know if she's did this job after America's Next Top Model or before, but I was really glad to see her modeling because I really feel like Courtney and Benta have the type of career that just based on their looks and body type alone, they'll be fine. But I feel like the other girls really need guidance and help, and it sucks because I don't feel like they're getting it. But I do feel like Courtney and Benta will be fine either way. So then we get to the girls' first challenge, and guess what it is? Another damn music video. I don't understand. I don't know why we're here. Why are we doing this again? These girls are trying to be on the runway. They're trying to be in the covers of Vogue, and on the cover of Vogue and in the pages of Vogue. They're not trying to be Beyonce's backup dancer. Like, I just don't understand why we keep on doing these music videos. And can I just be real here? The music video art form is dead. Nobody's doing music videos anymore. They're not that big of a deal like they used to be. People are like making them on their iPhones and just trying to kill time. But nobody's really putting their all into like a music video. You know what I mean? Like back in the day of like, MTV Video Music Awards. Like they're good, they're all right, but they were popping back in the day. That's when you had like Britney Spears, NSYNC, when Little Kim was my complexion. You know what I mean? Like they were able to get some of the top stars, and and the reason why they were able to get those top stars were because a lot of the time the artists were premiering their videos, which was huge back then. It's not anymore. It's just a dead art. I'm sorry for anybody. I apologize to anybody who still makes music videos, but it's a dead art. We have to be honest with ourselves. It's not popping like it used to be. So I don't understand why it is a necessity for these girls to do this. It bothers me that this is an elimination challenge. Really? You're going to eliminate models on a music video challenge? What? Rita brings up this twist. They're going to bring models back who were eliminated. Yawn. Don't they do this like every challenge? Every season? I mean, I think that this is like the makeover challenge. There's always a way for a model to come back. And I really wish they would just stop that at this point. Sometimes I feel like they do that because they try to right a wrong when they're just like, we eliminated somebody we probably should not have. And so they do the like, oh, the model always has a chance to come back thing to right the wrong. They're wrong. And I'm over it. Stop bringing the models back. If you eliminated a model, be confident in your decision. Don't try to bring them back because you did something wrong. You're not fooling the viewers. We see right through this. So I don't know about you guys, but when they lifted that gate and those models were trying to serve face, girl, I lost it. They were sitting there like, what are we doing? Why? was just like, guys, this is Zoolander like modeling. It was like a farce to me, like satire. The way they were like, and I'm just like, see, this is what happens when they're untrained, because none of them heifers were smizing. They were trying to smize, but they weren't. But I just lost it when that gate pulled up and they were. And then the walkout. Did you see Cherish try to clump down? We get to Kyle, and the first thing out of her mouth is something about Marissa. Oh, I'm going to try to keep my distance from Marissa because I want her to do well in a competition. Really, Kyle? You're given a chance to come back, and your mind is, let me leave Marissa alone and let her do well so that she could do well in the competition, not so that I could come back in this competition and slay. And that's what pisses me off about Kyle. Yes, she's different. Yes, she's androgynous, whatever. Kyle never wanted this from day one. Kyle's whole sole purpose was betting anybody. If you remember, even before like the first real episode, Kyle was trying to get with another chick. She just wanted to bet a model. And that bothers me that nobody else saw that. That bothers me that heifer won the challenge. That could have went to somebody else. That bothers me that heifer stayed when Justine could have stayed and probably really did well in the competition. She never wanted this. I saw it from day one, but I kept my mouth shut because Kyle is different. I don't know what they saw in Kyle. They probably saw a storyline with her and Marissa, or her trying to bed somebody, and maybe, you know, it is a reality TV show, so maybe that's why they kept her in. But I was really bothered by that because I know it's girls who wanted it, especially Gia, especially Justine, who damn near killed herself to be in this competition. I'm just trying to make sure Marissa does well, not you. Girl, did you see Miss Cody's face when Tosh came back? Cody, like, Cody looked like somebody ran over her puppy. She was just like, she was not having it. She was just like, I'm a better model when my sister is not in the competition. And Tosh was like really happy to see her sister. But Cody was like, no, she was not ready for her to come back. And I think it's because Cody realizes that Tosh is stiff competition. She slipped up that one time and the judges eliminated her. But Tosh, she's a force to be reckoned with. But Cody, you got to get that together. That's your sister. I really kind of felt bad for Tosh throughout this entire episode because Cody was just like, not mean to her, but she was like really like distant. And I felt bad because Tosh was excited to see her, but Cody was like, nope, you're not going to rain on my parade. Tasha Scott comes in to choreograph this dance routine. And I will say this, although I was upset that this was like another dance elimination challenge, I will say this. Top Model has been spending their coins wisely because they have been getting some top people to come to the show. Top designers, top entertainers, top choreographers, because Tasha Scott is up there. Everything that you liked, every dance routine that you've ever thought was amazing, she did it. She probably did it. So I was just like, okay, Top Model, I like how y'all spent that money on, like, you know, the guests coming in. No tea, no shade. You should have spent it on the judges. Start the challenge, and right off the bat, the last episode's challenges are happening in this episode because the girls are not dancers. You know what I mean? They're struggling. Right off the bat, not Courtney Page is still giving us Chorus Town. You know what I mean? Like, even though it's like hip hop, she's like, yes! You know, she's still serving that. Tatiana, she's giving us hood realness, just like the last challenge. Courtney struggling, Benson is struggling, Justine, my baby, is struggling, Marissa is really, really struggling. She's having a very difficult time, and she starts complaining and crying. And you know what? This time, I'm not holding it against her because she made this comment. She said, I came here to be a model, not a backup dancer. I haven't agreed with Marissa this entire season, but that time I did agree with her because why are they doing this? Why are they doing this? I just feel like maybe they ran out of stuff to do. This season is just really poorly put together because I have no idea why this challenge makes any sense. It's a repeat. It's a repeat of another challenge, so I don't get it. And so I'm siding with Marissa on this. Why am I learning a dance routine in a modeling competition? Tell me. And then Miss Courtney, you know her, the professional girl. She's just like, oh, she's not being professional. That's not a professional thing to do. Courtney, stop minding people's business and learn how to do them damn steps because you look a mess. Then my baby Justine passes out because she is trying her darndest to prove these misguided judges wrong about her. The girl is not drinking. She's just focused on getting these steps, and she passes out. She's dehydrated while Justine is passed out. We don't know if the girl is dead or alive. We don't know nothing. Benta is still in the mirror practicing. She's like, I feel sorry for her, but I'd have to win. I was like, Benta, what are you doing? The girls are broken down into teams, and they're broken down into teams so that Tasha and Rita can see how they look. And oh, this was hard to watch. I mean, they did horribly. They did horribly. And I'm not holding it against them. They didn't come here to dance. Paige, you know, she's Broadway. She's giving it. Like I said, Benta, everybody is really struggling. Kyle and Cherish. Woo. Like, I can't believe that we found somebody that's a worse dancer than Kyle. Because Cherish was all over the place, but she was so confident, but she was just a hot mess. And then Courtney brings up her metal spine again. You know what? Courtney is going to need therapy. I feel like she's complained about scoliosis and her mom not liking her and living in a car. She's complained about every issue that has ever happened to her entire life. She has complained about it. And I think that's maybe how she copes, how she deals with things, or maybe how she seeks affection while saying these horrible things. She gets affection and attention from people. But I really think that she's going to need therapy to correct it because it's something that she's been doing her whole life. So a lot of times, I don't even think the girl knows that she's doing it. I really, really don't. Because for her to bring up that spine after she was cussed out by Drew about it, it's just ticky, ticky, boom. Therapy. Get some therapy, sister. You'll go far. We're back at the house and everybody's rehearsing. Justine comes back. She's healthy. She just, was dehydrated. Kyle and Marissa are at it again. This whole scene bothered me, and you guys know why. Because this whole time, Marissa is complaining about about the competition. And Kyle, who came back to the competition, is encouraging Marissa. Not once has Marissa, in the scene that I watched, encouraged Kyle. Gave her any kind of encouragement, built her up in any kind of way. Nothing. Said anything encouraging to her, but the whole time Kyle is, fawning over and adoring Marissa. And I feel like Marissa, everybody likes to be adored. Everybody likes to be fawned over. Marissa likes it to a narcissistic level. It's dangerous with her. It really, really, really is. And it's just so bothersome because Kyle bothers me because she's not in this competition for the right reasons. Marissa bothers me because it's clear to me that she's not into Kyle. She just really likes the attention. It reminds me of a girl. It reminds me of a sugar baby. That's what it reminds me of. It reminds me of those women who are using like older men for like possessions and like monies and bags and purses and things of that nature. I'm not hating on it. It's just that's what it looks like to me. She deposits. As long as Kyle is depositing like affirmation into Marissa and telling her that she's great and chasing after her and bathing her and making sure she's okay, Marissa will do just enough to keep Kyle coming back. So she'll kiss her, she'll hug her, but the minute Kyle wants to bang her, she's like, oh, that's too much. You know what I mean? It's a sugar baby thing that's going on. And at the music video shoot and or fashion video shoot, whatever, it's another damn challenge just like the last one. Anyway, Drew comes in and he lets the girls know that they're going to do like a squad thing, like it's going to be separate teams to like remind them of like, or that was inspired by Bad Blood, the Taylor Swift video. And I'm just like, wasn't that like a really long time ago? Like it wasn't like it was something recent. I don't think that video was monumental. I think it was. Again, it was a music video that people talked about and tweeted for like a day, and that was it. It wasn't like anything mind-blowing. I mean, it was no Formation or Slave for You. You know what I mean? I I just don't know why they based the whole challenge off of this. Like, you really based this challenge off of Taylor Swift's video Bad Blood from 2015? Really? Drew introduces the designer for this fashion video shoot. And it's Christian. Christian, who has, again, top models spent their coins. Christian is a fantabulous designer. Let me guys tell you something. If you don't know what that Milk Money video is, or I forgot her name. Oops, sorry, Fergie. Fergie's video, you guys need to Google it and look it up. Everything in that video I wanted. He has a great eye, and the fact that he's designed like specific outfits for the girl, jealous. But this is the thing that bothered me about that. When Christian was introduced, the girls were like, oh, whoa, you know, and it was really like, I didn't believe that they were excited. I really believe that they did not know who he was. And the thing that bothered me about that is that previous next top model seasons or cycles, the girls are, the girls and guys are, in my opinion, models who are aspiring or kind of working in the industry and want to make it big. They have, a lot of them have been studying this industry, practicing models. They have models that they look up to, models that they follow. So I felt like with this episode particularly, the girls were just not excited because they had no idea who Christian is. And I was bothered by that because I'm just like, this is your industry. You should be very well researched. You should know who the sought after designers are. Like, you should know who the photographers are. You should know who's the head of Chanel and who's the head of Vogue. And, you know, you should know all of this. You should know, you know, every designer that walks down Paris Fashion Week. You should know. Like, you know what I mean? New York Fashion Week. You should know. You should know who the top, especially for this season, you should know who the top fashion bloggers are. And I just feel like these girls have no clue, really didn't research this industry. And it just bothered me that when he came out, it was just like, okay, like really fake and phony. I'm on TV. Let me do this. Because compare it to when a celebrity comes on. When a celebrity is introduced, like the difference between the girls' reaction to Christian, to Jason Derulo, night and day. Night and day, because they know who Jason Derulo is. They watch a lot of, you know, TV, but are you studying Vogue? Are you studying Elle? Are you studying W Magazine? You know what I mean? Do you read the CR the Fashion Book? You know what I mean? I don't know. I was just bothered by that because I'm just like, you guys have no idea who he is. And you need to know this if this is the industry that you want to be in. Just because it's modeling does not mean that you don't have to have a brain, that you're not supposed to be studying, that you know. I was just disappointed. I was like, come on, girls. Case in point, when French Montana came out of that van, they went crazy and they were so excited. Oh, French Montana, Gia. I was just thinking about him and they're all excited. You know French Montana, but you don't know who Christian is? Really? Disappointed, ladies. Disappointed. Then it's time to perform. Poor everybody that went. I mean, it was just, there were some people who showed up. I think Paige, although she's so vanilla, I think she did a good job. The top two for me were Paige and Tosh, because Tosh, although again, like none of the models did good with the choreography. A few did okay. Tosh and Paige were okay for me. And I really feel like they sold the camera, you know? Like even when Tosh was going, she wasn't getting everything, but she made sure to stay with the camera. She was giving looks and things like that. She did a good job. She did a good job. Paige and Tosh were my top two coming out of this because I feel like even though, you know, maybe the choreography wasn't what it was supposed to be, they served face because at the end of the day, this is like still like fashion and you gotta, you know, remember your angles. You gotta remember where the camera is. And I think they did it. They sold it for me, especially Tosh. I mean, I don't know if they purposely did not know how to light her because a lot of times darker skinned people, especially on film, camera people and lighting guys, lighting women or lighting people have a really hard time lighting us, especially when we're next to someone who is fair skinned because the light is just working overtime. So basically the light is either going to be too bright on the fair skinned person or it's going to make a huge shadow for us. So I honestly feel like the bad lighting for darker skinned people worked for Tosh because her makeup lit up. It was like her makeup was like neon, but I don't think they meant to do that. And her skin, Tasha's skin in this video looked so beautiful. And just about how she was moving, Tosh killed it for me. I was like, yes, Tosh, out of everybody, you know what I mean? She really, really stood out to me. I expected Kyle to do terrible, and there were two people who were worse than Kyle. Marissa did terribly, terribly. And here she goes. Again, she's 18, so I'm going to let some things slide with her. She goes, oh, well, I didn't practice because I was spending a lot of time, you know, being, I guess you can call it affectionate with Kyle. You can't even call it what it is. Girl, you gonna walk into something that you're not ready for. You better back up, honey, because these streets ain't for the weak. Grow up, Marissa, especially if you want to be in this industry. Because to blame everything on Kyle, and Kyle is so enamored with her, she'll probably take it and be like, yup, it was my fault. I shouldn't have let her hug me. I should have let her studied and practice. You should have been doing the same thing, Kyle, because you looked a mess. But Marissa was worse. She was terrible. And she had a bad attitude. Like, Drew was like, come on. Like, he was coaching her to do well. And she still was like, well, I'm trying. Excuse me, Heifer? Excuse me, little girl? You got the opportunity of a lifetime and you're acting like a brat? And then, oh, poor Cherish. She went, I think one of them said that she looked like she was drunk. Cherish was a mess. She was all over the place, but you couldn't tell her nothing. Like, Cherish was just like, you know, she was popping her shoulders. She was popping her shoulders and she was like, hey, I did it. Yeah, did you see me? I did a good job. And I'm like, okay, Cherish, I want to live in your world. Because in Cherish's world, everything she does is just gold. Like, she just does a good job in everything. Even if it's horrible, she can't see it. That's some great confidence to have. That's how you become president. Paige did good. Tatiana was okay. Corianne served it. I was shocked because I did not see that during the rehearsal or the video. But she showed up in a way that I wasn't expecting. So I thought that she did a really, really good job. Marissa, nope. Marissa just did bad and the video confirmed it. And then, like, she tries to argue her position and she's just like, well, she starts making these excuses. And Drew's like, no. Like, no, you cannot make these excuses. Not this time in the competition. Not at this stage in the game. And then Rita just jumps in and she's just like, well, listen, you look like you had a lot on your mind. And whatever you have on your mind, you got to let it go and come to set and work. You got to bring it every time. That is the truth. Rita gave some good advice. In episode 9, Courtney, moving on. India did good. However, the judge's reaction was just like fake and forced to me. She goes, like, after her clip of her video, Rita goes, oh, that gave me life. Really? India's video, clip of that from that video, gave you life, Rita? You lived for that mess? No shade to India, but it wasn't like, I wasn't wowed by it. I wasn't moved by it. It was the same stiff performance that India gave before. And she won. Like, not the competition, but she got the best photo for that, or video or whatever, for that music video thing. And it was awkward. So I don't know. I feel like they're giving India the Tatiana treatment, where if she does like okay or like gives a mediocre performance, the judges praise her. But I don't know if that's true, because last week I thought she did a great job and she didn't get top photo, so I was confused. You know what? I don't know. I don't know what's going on in this competition. I can't tell you. I'm just going to review it. Cody was good. Tosh slayed. Cal was horrible, but she knows it. And she said something that I agree with. Rita was just like, you seem frustrated like you don't want to be here. And Kyle was just like, well, I got eliminated for a dance competition and then I was brought back for another dance competition. So I don't really know why I would be brought back for this or why we're even doing this. Thank you, Kyle. Thank you. Because the viewers don't understand either. I don't know why they're doing this. I don't know why they did it in the first place. I didn't understand it then and I don't understand it now. Christine and Benta, they showed their clip. It wasn't, it just wasn't that great. I think Benta was serving face. Again, I'm not too worried about Benta. I think she'll do fine. Back to Miss Cherish, who did terribly. But you can't tell her that because the judges were trying to let her know that they didn't like it. And she was just like, I think I did a great job. And they were just like, okay, Cherish, just Just go back, because there's no arguing with Cherish. Cherish thinks that she does an amazing job, and you just can't fight with that. Gia goes, they watch her little clip, and she does okay. Again, like I talked about it before, I just felt like that the hat like crippled her. I don't know why they gave her that costume. If you're going to give her that hat, then give her like a strap or something to hold it on if she's going to be dancing. Like, help these girls win. Like, y'all setting them up to fail. And then we get to who won like the best video shoot of the day, because this is where we are at. This is where we're at now. Who's like the best dancer of the competition? And it goes to India. I disagree. It should have been Tosh. Again, I feel like they're setting her up to win. But you know what? Now that I think about it, I have to take that back. India won Best Photo because she was the best person who was still in the competition who did well. That's why. Because if Tosh was still in the house, she would have won. Anyway, Marissa gets eliminated. Rightfully so. It was her time to go. And Marissa didn't really care. She was like, all right, bye. She was pretty much over it because, again, Marissa doesn't like being told that she's doing something wrong. So she was over it. Everybody else, basically the new girls, all who came back, get sent back. The person who stays is Tosh. So that's why India won Best Photo, because Tosh was in the eliminated group. So she comes back, and baby, Cody's face is like, that's your sister. That hurts me so bad. I hope that they're in a good place now, because like I think it would, if my sisters and I were on a competition and one of us treated each other like that, I think it would kind of hurt watching that, especially if you don't know how your sister feels about you. So Tosh comes back, and Cody is not happy. But I think now it's competition. Now it's a competition. I am upset that Justine and Gia didn't come back. I'm also upset that Binta was not able to come back, because I think all three of those girls were strong models. I just felt like they needed certain help that they were not getting. And I felt concerning Binta, had she not been critiqued so poorly, not even critiqued, had she not been told that she was doing such a terrible job and not been uplifted or giving notes to do better, she would probably still be in the competition. Same with Justine, same with Gia. But those girls crumbled under the bad notes, in my opinion. So that was the end of that episode. I didn't see the preview, but I'll be here to review it on Wednesday, because I'm a fan of the show. So I'm going to keep on coming back and reviewing it. And I thank you for watching, and I thank you for commenting. This has been a fun journey. I finally have people to talk about this show with. That's why I started to do this YouTube channel, because the reality TV shows that I watch, nobody will watch. Or nobody like in my community will watch. So I will like be talking about this show with complete strangers. And I was just like, I need to make my own community so I can really have some people to talk to, to talk about these shows with, because I have this idea and I have this idea. And you guys have just been, almost drop my old behind computer. But you guys have just been so great. And it has been so much fun that even though I'm tired, I'm jet lagged, I got bags under my eyes. I never had bags under my eyes, but I have it. I'm still here because I love doing this, and I love interacting with you guys. So thank you for your comments. Thank you for liking, subscribing, and sharing. Thank you for doing a whole bit. I love being here with you guys, and I will see you next episode. Bye, guys.